I use icebreakers as a way to try and connect to people. I like talking to people. I like getting to know what makes them them. And so I took them and I started using them as a way of building those connections with my students to turn what is supposed to be a stone cold instructor into a friendly, approachable person, someone who you can sit down and chat with and have some kind of a real human to human connection. Building a sense of connection and belonging is super important in my classroom because it helps all my students get to know one another, build those friendships, and once they've got those friendships, they have study groups, they have collaborative work, they have people to lean on. But it also builds a sense of friendship and connection with me, collaborative work with me. Now it's not just some wise guy on a stage you have to listen to every single word. No, it opens it up so that I can talk with them, we can learn from one another, and we can have discussion rather than just sitting in a classroom and listening. So before I was using icebreakers, my classrooms were a little bit more dry. I'd try and start the day off with a simple question like, how are you doing? Or whatever, but it was just dry. They come in, do the lecture, do the lab, and then go home. So I came up with my current approach of linking icebreakers to my lived experience, because asking a question like, what's your favorite color, can only go so far into starting conversation. But if I ask a question like, hey, what's your favorite board game? Or out of these board games, which do you think is the most interesting? Now suddenly it's something I love to talk about, and I can talk about it for hours upon hours. So an example of an icebreaker that really sticks out in my head is just, hey, what did you do last weekend? I got to talk about my hiking trip that I went on, and it was a lot of fun. I shared a couple pictures, but I didn't realize that it would stick in their minds. Couple months later, they would do the same hike, they would take the same pictures, and nowadays, I literally still go hiking with these groups of students because of our human-to-human connections and these icebreakers. So some advice I would give for building classroom belonging would be to honestly just remember that students are people too, and that they have their own lived experiences. Sometimes I think we just go through the motions, and we forget that there's another person right there, right in front of us. Ask them questions that really help them draw out their personality and help form that connection.